Hi there! Today we are focusing on our feet and encouraging mobility through the whole of the foot into the ankle joint, keeping our feet mobile and flexible. So circling round into the ankle joint. So the more mobile our feet feel, the less stress the rest of the body will feel. So trying to keep that movement going is really important. So flexing and pointing, making sure that the feet are warm is also really important if you suffer from cramping. If you do, then make sure that you are fully hydrated, drinking lots of water to flush out the toxins and lower down. So round with the other foot, big circular movement like a clock face all the way around, one way and then the other way. Make sure you're comfortable, sat parallel with the legs and hips in line. And reverse into a flex and a point. Drawing those toes towards your shins as much as you can, working the muscles through the front of the shin before bringing the leg down. Good. Then taking one leg over the thigh and trying to separate those toes if you can with your fingers. So putting a finger in between each toe and then moving through the toe joints. You can go forward and back, but just be gentle and kind. Show the feet some love. And backwards and forwards. Obviously these little toe socks help. And then also warming up the toes, just keeping that warmth through the feet. Mine seem to be very cold a lot of the time. So just massaging all the way through the foot, a little bit of pressure points, gently all the way to the toes and all the way to the heel. And then onto the other side. If you can't get your fingers through the toes, don't worry, just take each toe individually and just massage at the base of the toe, move the toe a little bit, so into that joint, but again, be careful, just go gently. You can get the fingers through, it does feel really nice to separate, especially if you've got any pressure points in that bunion, big toe joint, and release. Then we're going to bring the feet down, bring them parallel, and if you have got a little band, that would be amazing. Just a little, this is from a bunch of asparagus actually. So just bringing that band to the big toes, just underneath the nail, and then take the feet slightly apart, not too much, but it's a nice feeling. For me, it's a lovely feeling of relief here onto that big toe joint. So then we're just going to lift the toes up and down, up and down. Again, all of these exercises are small, and they do take a little bit of mind-body connection and can be quite fun. You can do it with the kids, grandkids. Just see how you can move those toes without moving anything else. So just lifting up and down with the balls of the feet on the floor. Then try and lift the big toe on its own. Now this is more tricky, pushing down the other four toes and just lifting the big toe up and down. Lift and lower. Mind over matter, just lifting. You have to press almost, concentrate in pressing those other four toes down as you lift the big toes up and down. Then reverse, so you're pushing the big toes down, lifting the other four up. So you're pushing down and then lifting the four toes on either side up. So keeping the big toes stuck. You'll feel through the arches of the feet. The more you do these exercises, the more strength there will be through into both sides of the feet, but especially into the arch of the foot on that inner side to the center. Slight lifting and lift and lower. Then I want you to lift all the toes and then play a piano, one toe at a time, come all the way down like a ripple. So you lift them all up and then ripple from the little toe all the way through to the big toe. And again, lift, push down one at a time and lift again. So a couple of these, a nice little rippling feeling like you're rippling the fingers and tapping down. Lift and lower, and last one, lift and lower. Good, just lift the heels up and down. Spread the toes as far as you can. Notice where the toes go. Bring the feet right underneath your knees so that you can lift those heels and lower and down. Then flexing the feet, flexing at the ankles, lifting the feet up and down. Again, using those muscles through the front of the foot into the ankle and all the way into the shin, and down and lift and down. Well done. Good. Then I want you to feel like you're scrunching the toes up. So I'm going to take this band off. So it's as if you're gathering something. So I'll start with one foot. You draw the toes in. So it's like you're drawing something underneath your foot. Dome through the foot. Lift the toes off. Flick that thing away and then lower it down. So it's like you're grabbing a pencil or something. So you draw in, scrunch the toes up, pick up that pencil, let it go and lower. And again, in, scrunch and down. In, scrunch and down. Or if it's imagining you're gathering something underneath your foot, like you're going to just draw up a tissue. So lift, scrunch and lower. And release. And two more. And down. It's nice fluid movement in the end. And the other side. So lift, up and lower. Pick up the tissue, throw it away and down with the foot. Pick it up, lift it, throw it away and down. Good. So keep that going, like you're stroking the floor and gathering. Lifting up and down. And lovely. Good. So keep going with that and finish. Brilliant. So carrying on, we're just going to extend one leg out, point the toe, but going through the whole of the foot and then back. And then pushing down, articulating through the foot and back. I'll do it with here. So you're going down into the ball of the foot, point the toe, lift the toes and up, down, point, lift and up. Good, on to the other side. Push down into the ball of the foot, point the toe, lift the toes and flex. Push it down, arching through the foot into a point and then flex. Again, two more. Push, point, lift, flex, push, point, lift, flex. Good. Then if you can, and just gently do it, if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Take the foot behind and just stretch. So if I face the side, you just have a little bit of a stretch through the front of the foot. And then release down, and then the other side. And down. You can do one more. If that feels nice, just put a little bit of pressure. Don't do too much. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. And then opening out through the front of the foot. And then back in. Good. Then we're going to come to a standing position and just practice our rising. So when you're stood with the legs hip width apart, really thinking about the feet all the way grounding down into the floor, like roots down into the earth. Always think of the three positions through the foot. So your big toe, your little toe, and your heel as a little tripod. So then I want you to lift up the heels and then lower back down. Try not to take any of those toes off the mat. Keeping the inner thighs connected, keeping the outer thigh. So you're aware of those two sides of the feet. You're aware of the big toe, little toe and heel. And that spread of the toes and not coming too high onto the toe joints. Just a little lift of the heels, lift and then lower. And then take a bend, sending those knees and tracking them over your big toe and second toe. And then stretch. So you're getting that flexion through the ankle as you bend. And stretch. Bend the knees, keeping that tracking, and up and down and up. So you can carry on doing that, lifting the heels and lower and bend and stretch. You can point the toe forward and back in and point the other foot and back in. Lots of lovely exercises for the feet to explore and to keep those feet healthy and mobile so that the rest of the body can stay de-stressed. I hope you enjoyed that.